Oh yeah, savoir, we love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In this bulletin, swimming expedition turns tragic for brothers. More locals to be engaged in road rehabilitation. And logging company focuses on reforestation.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Ateda Lendua.
Two brothers aged 9 and 11 drowned while swimming at Nasilai Nakelo in Tailebu yesterday. The two, who reside at the Nakelo District Primary School compound, went swimming with their 26-year-old babysitter. It is believed the younger of the two victims was swept away by strong currents. The older brother attempted to rescue his sibling when they both drifted into deeper waters and disappeared. Their bodies were later retrieved by the villagers. The drowning toll currently stands at 25 compared to 23 for the same period last year. The Fiji Roads Authority is running a scheme with the Asian Development Bank and the World Bank where loans will be employed for road rehabilitation projects. Chief Executive Jonathan Moore says the contractors have been advised to employ residents of nearby villages to provide them with a source of income. Moore adds this will also upskill people in rural communities as it opens new pathways for them to pursue qualifications in relevant fields.
It's trying to build the capacity in Fiji. These people that can get trained through ADB works with us, they could become business holders themselves in the future, and they could work as independent contractors. That's the plan, to increase the capacity of the Fiji market. And if we can do this through our works with ADB and the World Bank, it's all to the good, really.
Businesses need to start looking at niche markets and create products that are in demand. Fiji Commerce and Employer Federation Chief Executive Kameli Mbatiweti says technology and food are two main businesses thriving at present. Mbatiweti says some of their members are diversifying, which will help them recover from this tough period. He adds the members are hopeful the situation will normalize soon.
Hoping that this downturn is not for too long. We're hoping that in the not too distant future everyone would start to begin to revive. It's easier for MSMEs to pivot.
Government's 30 million trees in 15 years initiative has prompted local hardwood and timber companies to beef up their respective reforestation processes. Fiji Hardwood General Manager Shakil Maharaj says despite the hike in commercial logging activity, the company has imposed stringent measures to ensure trees are replanted after every harvest. Maharaj says they're now engaging landowners to replant mahogany, which will also complement the tree planting initiative.
It is an ongoing initiative because we have to create a cycle of harvesting. Our mahogany takes 30 years to harvest, so by the time we finish off one of our harvesting sites, we reforest and we move on to the next forest to harvest.
The closure of nightclubs has brought many positive changes to the central business district of Suva. Suva City Council has noticed a massive decrease in littering, public nuisance and drunk and disorderly people walking the streets of Suva in the early hours of the morning. Chair of Special Administrators, ISIKELI believes the closing of nightclubs has somehow made the work of the council a lot easier. Tikondua says the safety of people on their way to work in the mornings had always been a concern, but with restrictions in place, the state of Suva City has improved.
Now that the nightclubs have been closed, we see that there's less activity, there's less rubbish around the place. People are not put under unnecessary stress or pressure by going out and ensuring that we are protecting the shops and the public. Yeah, so that's one of the big improvements that we've seen.
Staff and students of the University of the South Pacific have welcomed the decision to clear the Vice-Chancellor of all allegations leveled against him and put an end to what has been described as an 18-month witch hunt. Professor Paul Alwalia was suspended in June by the USP's Executive Committee led by Pro-Chancellor Winston Thompson over allegations of material misconduct in a decision that was widely ridiculed as politically motivated. Alwalia was reinstated after weeks of protests by students and staff when the USP Council, which includes representation from most of the region's governments, ruled due process had not been followed. A special council meeting last Friday fully cleared Professor Paul Alwalia. USP Staff Union Vice President Ilima Finiasi says the move put an end to what he described as an 18-month witch hunt. California's fire season has got off to a dangerous start, fueled by fierce winds and record heat. More than 24 fires are burning across the state, one of them sparked by a gender reveal party gone wrong. And Nesino to field finest players for Lambasa clash.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Dreams are beginning to turn into reality for 21-year-old Hoskins Sotutu after being named in the All Black squad for the 2020 Investec Rugby Championship. Suva rugby flanker Daniela Sandrungu continues to impress for the capital side in the Skipper Cup competition. Manager Nemani Tuifangalele says the 21-year-old is only beginning to make his mark. Sandrungu has been instrumental for the defending Skipper Cup champions since debuting in the first round of the competition. Tuifangalele says Sandrungu has been one of the standout players in the squad, pulling through in crucial moments of the game. The manager adds more can be expected and seen from the former Ratu Kandavulevu school student in the remaining matches. The AMPS Industries Nesino football side is looking to field its best 11 when they meet Lambasa in round 10 of the Vodafone Premier League this weekend. Head coach Tangi Bonalangi says Lambasa is an A-class team and they need to take their finest players for the match. Despite Lambasa's inconsistent performance in the league so far, Bonalangi believes the Mbambasinga Lions will bounce back stronger on Sunday.
Lambasa is down, but they are not out yet. We'll take the best team to go to Lambasa, and we hope to give Lambasa a good game.
The first Women's T20 Club Cricket League will commence on the 19th of this month at the Suva Grammar Grounds or School Grounds. Cricket Fiji Chief Executive Alex Conrote says the T20 League is part of their development initiative to encourage more women to participate in the sport. Conrote says they are pleased with the interest shown so far in learning the sport.
We started with 6 teams in the beginning of the year. We now have 14 teams, possibly 16 by the 19th of September. So it's been really great. What's more heartening is that it's not just the young women that are coming to play. We have those who've always wanted to play cricket but never had the opportunity. So we have mothers and daughters playing for different teams.
Sunny and breezy conditions are prevailing over the group today. After a cool night, expect generally the same weather tomorrow. And that's your FBC News now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. In times of crisis, you need news you can trust. Get the verified facts from FBC's TV, radio, and digital news. FBCnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth. Enjoy your lunch.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.